What's up, everyone? Steven Jensen here with Romeo for UFC 270 Fightful Fight Night. We're going to have Rob Wilkins joining us shortly. We're going to have Sean Ross Sapp sometime around the main event. Huge card tonight. Having a lot of fun watching it so far. I, of course, am Steven Jensen, and I'm joined by Romeo from True Heel Heat, a guy that I've got to do some podcasts with through our buddy SP3. Good people over here on the show. Romeo, introduce yourself, and how you doing, man?
Doing great so far. How is everyone doing? Hope you're watching along with us. If not, you could just listen to us react to UFC 270. So far, so good. We had a knockout, a submission, and then a good third fight on the main card so far. And these two main events, I'm calling them both main events because I am really hyped for this flyweight title match right here.
Oh yeah, man. I am too. And my bad to Rob in advance because I know he's on the way in here. I could have sworn I sent him the link earlier and I didn't. That would explain why he wasn't in here yet. I was like, man, Rob's usually here on time, and that's totally on me. I sent you the link, forgot to send him the link. But let us know in the chat, as always, who do you think are going to win these fights? We got Brandon Moreno and Davison Figueiredo. It's a trilogy fight coming up right now. Figueiredo is about to enter the octagon. And as always, make sure you're sending those super chats. We'll make sure to read out all your questions or answer your questions, read out your statements, all that good stuff. We'll put your questions and everything up on the screen for you. And yeah, here we go. I'm watching the fight, by the way, with my brothers over here in the room. So they're watching like across the room from me. So
yeah, that's usually what you do, right? They always come over for a fight night.
Yeah. I usually have them over to watch the fights. We got a bunch of wings from Taco Mac tonight. We got like 50 wings. So hung out, ate hot wings, watched a very little bit of football, and yeah, got these fights. Had some pro wrestling too. Shout out to ICW No Holds Barred. They had another one of those pit fighter shows tonight. A lot of fun to watch. What's up, Joel? Joel Pro in the chat.
What is up, Joel?
Let me make sure that I did send Rob the right link. All right, he should be here any second. But yeah, I'm pumped up for these fights. So, Romeo, who do you have in this flyweight title fight between Figueiredo and Moreno?
Moreno all the way. That first fight they had was legendary. That draw. The second fight, Moreno won by submission. This third fight, I noticed a lot of people were, nervous about Figueiredo making weight and how healthy he would look making weight. I did not see the weigh-in. How did he look? He seems to be all right so far. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, but I know I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the weigh-in from yesterday, but I know that he has had issues previously making the weight. There was a lot of talk about him moving to bantamweight potentially before the last Moreno fight. So
that's what Dana thinks he should do, Dana White.
Yeah, and that's probably what he should do if he loses tonight. Now, obviously, they went to the draw the first time they fought. They had the last fight where Moreno won by submission. But, I mean, Figueiredo very much, could be in this fight. If he wins, then do you think they run back a fourth one? I mean, it kind of only makes sense.
That's crazy. This is the first time ever that two fighters in UFC have fought 3 times in a row. 3 fights in a row.
Yeah, with no other opponents at any point. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy when you say a 4th time. It's like, wow.
Yeah, but it would only make sense, wouldn't it?
It would.
It's like Figueiredo because
it's 1-1 and with a draw.
In a perfect world, I think that Figueiredo probably should have had to win a fight or two to get this rematch, but there's just not a whole lot of star power at 125. And I think the UFC wanted that guy to be Cody Garbrandt, but Garbrandt lost. So they're just kind of in there's kind of in this spot where these are really the two main draws of the division, and this is the 3rd time they're fighting. So yeah, we got Moreno walking to the octagon right now, and I'll let everybody know where I'm at as far as the time during the fight, so you can try to sync it up as close as you can to us. There's always going to be a little bit of delay between me and who we're watching with and everybody in the chat, but we try to do our best to try to get it as synced as we possibly can.
Yeah, there's a 10-second delay from YouTube to, from where we're streaming to YouTube. So there's nothing we could do about that.
Exactly. But yeah,
Moreno is just so likable, man. He's so likable. Like
he is. I'm picking him as well, just for the record. I do think he wins again tonight, and he is very likable. I love how he's like a Funko Pop collector and stuff. He's like a giant nerd, but like I love that kind of stuff.
So I did a small bet of $25 on Pereira, who just won.
Yep.
Moreno and Ngannou pays back 125, so plus 400.
Ooh, okay.
So
well, you're
rooting
looking
hard
good
for
so
Moreno
far. This is going to be a big one. I'm taking Ngannou in the main event as well. I think it's wild that Ciryl Gane is the favorite heading into this fight. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I have to take Ngannou too, especially as an underdog. Like they're just begging you to pick him. I got to take him too.
Yeah.
And I also got Moreno by KO. A little small $10 bet that pays out 55.
There you go. And as we always say on here, we're not giving you any kind of betting advice. We're just saying this is what we've done in our personal, our personal choices. We're by no means, if you out there and you lose money based on the stuff we're saying, that's on you. That we're not trying to sway you one way or the other. But no, there's been a lot of those. Like we saw one earlier that was like, what was it earlier? Like a $50 bet that could have paid out like $1,500 or something.
For what?
There was 3,000 bids at 48 grand.
If Figueiredo knocks out Moreno, 38 grand.
What?
Wow, on a $2,000 bet.
Yes, they showed that tweet.
Wow.
Somebody put a lot of money. And the crowd loves Moreno.
They do. I remember a couple, I guess it was, a month or so ago. I can't remember exactly, but when Nunez lost to Juliana Pena, there were some gigantic bets on Nunez, like because you had to bet so much to win anything back because she was so heavily favored.
Yes.
There was people out there putting down like 10 grand bets to win back like $1,000 or whatever it was, and because it was such a sure thing. And
I thought that was a sure thing too. I was shocked. What were your thoughts going into that fight?
What was that? You can say it.
You bet 300 grand. I wanted to bet 330 grand on Nunez.
Oh yeah, someone bet 330 grand on Nunez against Pena. They showed it on the screen that night. $300,000.
Did you give Pena a chance when that happened?
No, I didn't. I
I got caught. I got caught by surprise too.
Yeah, Doug, who I do a lot of these with, he didn't pick Nunez, but he gave her like 40 to 60 chance. Like a 40% chance to win. And I was like more like a 4% chance. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think there was any chance that Pena would win that fight. And lo and behold, she got the job done. I want to see Shevchenko move up and fight Pena for the bantamweight title next. Personally.
That'd be interesting.
Because that's a really interesting way to get to a trilogy between Shevchenko and Nunez. If Shevchenko wins the bantamweight title and then Nunez fights Shevchenko for Shevchenko's belt, because she'd be champ Shevchenko. So
I think they want to. Wouldn't they want to do Nunez Pena rematch first?
I think that they're definitely going to want to do that. I don't know what kind of timeline Nunez is on for like how fast she's trying to get back in there.
Right.
But there is definitely a lot of money in a rematch between Pena and Nunez for sure. Because Nunez needed someone like that, like a real,
absolutely,
like a real rival. Yeah.
Dominant.
Shevchenko kind of is that, but Shevchenko's at her best at 125.
Yes.
So it was never like
she's not for Nunez.
Exactly. I'm going to share my screen right now so that y'all can see the fight stats. We, of course, will not be showing the actual fight itself for obvious reasons. Let me make sure I put the right thing on the screen, though, as I'm saying that. It's so sketchy because they're so similar on my screen between the actual fight and the statistics.
In Atlanta. What name
and y'all might be hearing an advertisement. I apologize. I'm going to see if I can turn that off. We should be good to go. And I think y'all can see the fight stats now. So there we go. We got Brandon Moreno being introduced right now. I was making sure that this wasn't being shared on on my big screen with the fights. It says stop sharing. And it's like, wait, no, I'm not sharing that. Am I? Okay, we got the right thing up. as long as y'all can't hear any audio from the fight, make sure if you're in the chat to let us know that you cannot hear any fight audio, because I will make sure to get rid of that.
So I'm noticing on the odds now that a lot of money has come in on Figueiredo, and a lot of money has come out on Gane.
Interesting.
So the odds have increased for both of them.
Very interesting. We got the fight about to start. Jason Herzog is the referee. Moreno and Figueiredo they don't touch gloves. And I'm at 4:55 of the first round. Romeo, are you anywhere near me?
No.
A little bit behind.
A little bit behind. That's all right though. I should be able to catch up here.
Joel, thank you very much for the heads up on the audio that the fight audio isn't playing. Moreno with a good left. Has the fight started for you? And I can pause mine to get a little bit farther back.
Hold on, I'm going to find another way here. I am at 446.
446. I'm gonna stop mine at 410. Okay, and let me know when you're getting close to 410.
All right.
Give me like a 3-second countdown to 408 if you can. Like at 411, let me know. and I'm paused where like Moreno's got Figueiredo up against the
11, fence. 10, 9, 8.
Perfect. All right. So we should be synced up for me and Romeo. And hopefully y'all are close with us as well. So I'm now hitting at 4 minutes.
You want to be successful? You got to.
There's another advertisement playing.
Yeah.
You got to go the extra mile. Make a name for yourself. Have a
so annoying.
It's weird.
There's
you can
ads.
Mute the tab probably.
Yeah. How can I do that?
Click right click on the tab. It should come up, I think.
Mute site.
Yeah.
Oh no! Now it muted the actual UFC for me.
Oh no! I didn't mute.
Is there a mute tab option?
Yeah.
Darn it! Hopefully it won't happen again. If it does, I'll just have to close the fight stats thing. Trying to give y'all something to look at, so you don't have to just look at me and Romeo this whole time. You can at least see something that's going on with the fight. But Figueiredo now has Moreno up against the cage. Gonna ask Rob if the link's working. I want to leave Rob out because then he wanted to join us. So Figueiredo just threw a couple little jabs and tripped Moreno, but nothing serious.
Oh no.
Double jabs. Some good exchanges. Figueiredo landed a leg kick. Moreno answered with the hit. With the punch.
Moreno feeling himself right now, doing a little taunt.
He should have the mental advantage here, like considering how the last fight ended. He hurt him with that right. I want to see a replay of that. Cormier saying his legs buckled. Nice leg kick from Moreno.
Trying to hear what the crowd is chanting. I couldn't make it out.
I couldn't either. I thought for a second they were chanting USA, but I'm like, surely they're not. Like you see that happen every now and then. Like two fighters that aren't even from the US and they're getting the USA chant.
What are you thinking rounds wise here?
What do you mean? Like how far the fight goes,
Yeah.
or Heading into this, I was thinking Marino might get a finish again. I was thinking maybe third round. I'll say. What about you?
I think a third or fourth round knockout.
Yeah, and you did say you had like a prop bet on knockout as well,
Yes.
right?
But I also have another one just winning.
Okay, right. Gotcha. Cool. I mean, it's pretty evenly matched so far. Both guys are obviously still fresh.
Did Moreno always have these tattoos?
Not as many.
He's getting more, right?
Yeah. At least that's what I think. I was kind of thinking the same thing before you said it.
Sweep
Another
the
nice
leg.
leg kick. Been a lot of good leg kicks in this one so far. Sweep the leg, yeah. This is the left hook.
Oh man, these two are gonna have a lot of fun taunting each other.
Yeah.
they're two great showmen.
I wasn't looking, but that is Cejudo in Figueiredo's corner, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Boy, you heard Dana White's comments on him?
Well, I heard him talking about how the way to get a title shot isn't to retire and then come back at another weight class, even though like that's definitely happened more than once. So,
It's like Cejudo he really wants to come back, but Dana White's like, you retired, so screw you.
it's the
You know?
weirdest thing.
You're retired,
right? I was just talking about that earlier today. It's so weird how like there's certain fighters like Habib Nurmagomedov, for instance, where like he wanted to retire and Dana did everything he could, like going out to like dinners with him and private meetings and like doing anything he could to get him not to retire. Cejudo retires and Dana's like, perfect. We've got an interim title match coming right up in a couple months. Like Cejudo's done. And then Cejudo immediately was like, well, I mean, I'd come back for the right money. And they're like, well, no, you said you were retired, buddy. Sorry. It's over
hilarious,
for you.
Man.
And now he wants to come back at 145, which I really love stylistically because like not many of the top guys at featherweight are really grapplers. Most of them are just really great strikers. So he presents a lot of interesting matchups and could be the first guy to ever win 3 titles in the UFC, which is a thing in itself. But Dana doesn't consider him. So would I. But Dana doesn't consider him a draw. Like it's that simple. He's just like, I'm not going to give you what you want. And
Dana can be a jerk sometimes, but at least when he's a jerk, it's hilarious.
That's true. he's unapologetically himself.
I've said that his post-fight press conferences are must-see TV for me. Like I am so entertained. The 20 minutes, 30 minutes there, he's answering questions. You never know what you're gonna hear. It's so funny.
Very true. We got Rob Wilkins joining us.
What's up, dude?
Rob, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man.
What's up, Rob?
Hey, good. How are you, man?
Doing good.
Do you feeling good after seeing the Packers lose? Feeling as good as I am?
I feel great.
Romeo's celebrating because he's a Joe Burrow fan, and
good.
Obviously with the jersey on. Big day for him. I know big day for Sean too. Sean Ross Sapp should be joining us for the main event tonight, so I'm sure he'll be talking about the big Bengals victory today. For those of you watching live, we are at 3:45 of the second round.
It was a good sports day.
Yes. Oh, and Rob, look,
great sports weekend.
I'm using the Rob got me this glass for when he was here in Georgia. Brought me some Vikings glasses. So I'm actually using one right now. There you go. Drinking some fruit punch out of it, as a matter of fact.
Like this afternoon we had a hockey day in Minnesota.
Goodness.
We had a hockey day in Minnesota, and it was in my town. So I went to the college hockey game that was outside at our football stadium, and it was fun. It was snowing and all kinds of stuff. So good.
Oh yeah.
Got home and watched football.
Sounds like a great Saturday.
It was good.
Had a little bit of a scramble on the ground there for a second between Figueiredo and Marino, but they're both back up to their feet.
Oh.
His left hook to the liver.
Did you have Moreno winning that first round? I did.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it was a close round, but if we got to go 10-8, as is the norm, I would go 10-8 Marino on that one.
10-8?
Oh, sorry, 10-9. 10-9.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say 10-8. That was a I do love giving 10-8 rounds, but that wasn't one of them. 10-9. What about y'all? 10-9. You guys got Figueiredo?
Yeah.
My brothers both got Figueiredo, so.
Oh, okay. You got two brothers there?
Yeah. Now, granted, when we watched the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight, I had a lot of those fights, the rounds going to Jake. They had a lot of them going to Tyron, but the judges had them going to Jake. So I'm pretty good about gauging the judges. Even if I'm like, don't think that I'm necessarily right, I kind of feel like I know what the judges are looking for, but it can be so random. Like, I mean, you never really know.
I kind of always, if it's like a little close, I edge champion. I think you have to really beat the champion to earn it. Like,
yeah.
know?
Yeah, I like the idea of definitively winning titles as well,
Yes.
like especially in a really close fight. And then sometimes they just go so sideways. Like I remember the first Machida and Shogun fight. I just remember that being like so one-sided for Shogun, but Machida retained, and everyone was like, "What the hell?" And then Shogun knocked him the hell out the second time they fought, left no doubt. So. Joel said, "That's funny." Said Steven taking victory laps over his brothers while they can't say anything. yeah, them getting the middle fingers.
Oh, get him!
Yeah, great combos from Marino. Marino's the one in the center, had the center of the octagon, which, does count in the score, even though, like, who knows how much that always
octagon
matters,
control.
Octagon control, exactly. Martin, yes, I am. Good call on that.
You're the older brother?
Yep. Man.
So you know best.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
Marino with the good... He's getting real confident.
I love I love this. I love the mannerisms.
It's wild too, because like as great as Figueiredo is, he kind of like he was a really solid fighter. But then when Cejudo relinquished the title, and it was Figueiredo and Benavidez, most people, especially like online and journalists and stuff, seemed to think it was a foregone conclusion that Benavidez was going to win. And then Figueiredo wound up winning the title. And like, but we had, you know what I mean? It just kind of came almost out of nowhere. Like he became people started talking about him like he might be the best fighter in the whole UFC.
It was just so impressive.
It was ultra impressive. But then like Marino to go out there and choke him out is like, okay, like this guy looks every bit as good as Figueiredo to me. So
well, that draw fight came first. And that was a slobber knocker to say.
Absolutely. And that was interesting too, because that fight, if you remember, they did the first fight. Like you said, it went to a draw, but the original plan was the winner of that to fight Cody Garbrandt, because Garbrandt was going to be moving from bantamweight to flyweight for an immediate title shot. And because it was a draw, they obviously had to run it back. Garbrandt got squeezed out, and then he got knocked out by Kai Kara France. So
it's amazing how things work sometimes.
It really is. Kara France is an interesting contender, though. His stand-up is really, really solid.
And they're chanting Moreno. They've been chanting Moreno the whole time.
Moreno chance. Nice. Moreno. Yeah.
I still think the God of War is just one of the coolest nicknames in all of fighting.
That is a great nickname.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good, Rob. And Marino's is Assassin Baby.
I don't like that one.
I'm just saying. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Don't call me that.
It's hard to sound badass when you call it Assassin Baby.
That's almost like Steph Curry's nickname, the baby face assassin. I don't like that either.
Yeah, true.
Don't say anything about my face.
we got a super chat from Ricardo El Idolo. Welcome back, Ricardo. Always good to see you in here. Says, can Gane withstand the hands of Francis? Probably not. That's the big question. Francis, I think Gane is the better all-round striker, and he lands a lot more volume, and he can finish fighters, obviously. But like Francis can literally end the fight at any moment. It could be the first fight, the first punch of the fight. It could be deep in the fifth.
What? I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I just looked away, but I think did he drop Moreno just then, or was that a slip?
Yeah, and then he sort of like did a roll to get back on his feet, and then he
Dropped him.
connected back with one.
Oh, nice left. All right, so yeah, this is getting interesting. Figueiredo's looking loose. Moreno with a leg kick. And Ricardo, we'll talk more about Francis and Ciryl before the main event. Thank you very much for the super chat, as always. So Figueiredo landed a good leg kick, and Moreno countered with a jab to the face. Oh, left.
These guys. This sport.
I know, right?
Oh no.
Ooh, good leg kick by Figueiredo.
That's not good.
Yeah, buckled Moreno.
He's gonna keep going for that.
Ooh.
And
Moreno
he's
landed.
smiling.
Yeah, Figueiredo's smiling, but Moreno caught him good a couple times there.
This is fun.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty clear too that these are like the two best guys in the division. You know what I mean? Like, there's a pretty big drop off. I feel like for the next couple guys there.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to beat either of them.
I don't mean to sound cliche, but fight forever. I think they were just chanting for Figueiredo now.
Rob just sent me a DM. That's pretty funny, man.
Oh. Man, I can't tell if he's really hurt or if he just smiles to like trick him or what.
Yeah,
like
I always feel
smiling
like
when he's hurt.
I know. I always feel like that's reverse psychology, or
Yeah.
an attempt at reverse psychology.
Like that
You get hit really good, and then you like smile, so you like you don't, so it doesn't look like you're hurt, but in your head you're like, I'm really hurt right now. I'm always
bold
smiling to
strategy.
throw
We'll
him off.
we'll see if it works out for him.
Also watching UFC, I guess.
Oh, there you go. What kind of dog is that?
I don't even know. I'm just I'm dog sitting.
Oh, nice.
So
Maybe somebody in the chat knows.
yeah, it's my parents' dog. You think I should know?
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Too
Oh,
violent.
is
for the dog.
Moreno's left eye really messed up? Or am I just seeing things?
I don't think so.
Nah,
Not
I
from
think
what I
it's
can
fine.
tell.
Oh no!
Oh, nice right hand.
Survive. 4
Figueiredo
seconds.
drops Moreno. Goes for
4 seconds. 1 second.
like a Darce choke. Doesn't have enough
That's
time.
right. Oh, and he shoves him.
Ooh.
Oh, baby. That one. Well, Moreno lost that one.
Yeah, Moreno definitely lost that round for sure. Probably not a 10-8 though. Probably a 9-10. So we're heading into the fourth round, right? That was 3 down. So is Romeo there? Oh, he just walked away. Yeah, I don't know. I had the first round for Moreno. The second round was really close. I don't know if I really scored it. Probably Figueiredo though. Figueiredo was definitely round 3 though. So
Moreno looks like his confidence is shaken, and so is mine. So is mine for betting on him.
Yeah, what do you think the score is heading into the fourth, Romeo?
Oh, look at that replay. 2-1 Moreno, I think. But man, that was rough at the end. That has me feeling low.
And then Rob, I don't know if you were able to watch the rest of the fight before you jumped in.
No, I didn't see it, but that was definitely a 10-9 round.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be right back again.
Yeah, you're good, Rob. Have another super chat from Michael Redden. Thank you very much, Michael. Says flyweight has always been sparse since Mighty Mouse. Yeah, I mean, I mean, they almost, shut down the entire division when he got traded, or quote unquote traded to one for Askren. Cejudo legitimately saved the division, though. Like, if he wouldn't have won that title and done all the crazy King of Cringe stuff and like got eyes on the division and all that stuff, they would have got rid of that division had he not. Because he beat Mighty Mouse before he left, obviously, but if Cejudo wouldn't have had the chance to beat Mighty Mouse, and Mighty Mouse would have like got out of his deal or whatever, as it's hard to get out of the deal as a champion. Obviously, that's like a big storyline with Ngannou tonight. But the point being, Cejudo basically saved the division. But then he left the division really quickly, and it was left with these guys. And Moreno and Figueiredo are super high level, but there's just not a whole lot of star power and name value in the division, unfortunately. So I would definitely agree with that, Michael.
Ooh, is that a low blow? No. Figueiredo has been really successful with that leg kick.
He has. We're at 340 of the fourth round for those of you watching who want to try to sink it as close as you can.
Whoa. He's got so many shrugs in this fight, like Pete Dunne.
Oh yeah, for real. I mean, Figueiredo's throwing great combinations. He's going leg, head, all over the place, fast.
Who's got a lump? Rogan said someone has a lump.
I can't tell, to be honest. Say when he's profile sideways. I don't know who. Either guy have a lump on their head.
Oh, it's on somebody's shin.
Oh, on their shin is what he's talking about.
It has to be Moreno then. He's been. Whoa.
Yeah, that was a nice right by Moreno. Kind of dropped him. Yeah, I'm looking for this lump. I don't.
Yeah, and I'm getting distracted.
Yeah, Rogan just might be seeing stuff again. I don't know.
No. Joe Rogan said it. Those are my words.
No. I know.
Joe might be seeing
I'm saying
stuff.
Joe. Yeah, Joe.
Might be on a DMT trip.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be wild? You dimethyltryptamine and then sit at a commentators. Watch high-level fighters actually fighting each other for real right in front of you. He says he does these sober. Who knows? But that's what he says.
I believe him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care either way, to be honest. I think he's a great commentator. Like, I don't think he's as good as he was back in the day, but he does provide a perspective that very few have, being up front for this long, sitting there and watching so many different fights. He just has a really great grasp of the history of the sport.
Do you listen to his podcast?
I used to be a real big fan. I haven't so much since he moved to Spotify. It just kind of depends on who the guest is. What about you?
I usually, because I don't have all the time in the world, I'll listen to like clips here and there.
Yeah. You got something for you, Romeo?
What's up, Blue? You my boy, Blue. It says it all in his name.
Welcome, Blue. Thanks for joining the chat. And while Figueiredo has Moreno up against the cage, I'll let y'all know, FightfulSelect.com, the most direct way to support Fightful. You get shows like the Weekender podcast, which I'll be recording tomorrow, talking indie wrestling. Got all Sean Ross Sapp's news. We got Divas and Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno swinging for the fences just then for a second.
The odds have changed dramatically. I don't know if you saw that. Moreno's not the underdog.
Moreno's underdog now on the betting odds. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think live. I think Figueiredo has more of the momentum currently. Really close rounds.
Right?
Because like round 3 is deceptive because Moreno was ahead on the stats, but he got dropped.
It's crazy. Another draw. Can you imagine?
I think it's possible.
Whoa.
Okay. So we're going to the 5th and final round.
Okay, they're looking at Moreno's shin.
Yeah, the camera guy was clearly looking for something a second ago. I'm just not seeing this giant swelling that Joe Rogan's talking
Right?
about.
Oh, they're rubbing the ice on it.
Okay.
So who do you and your brothers got in that round?
Who'd y'all have in that round? My brother Brian is holding 3-1 for Figueiredo. Ryan's got his arms up. He's probably thinking 2-2. I think 2. I mean, I'm going to go into this with the mindset of 2-2, and I think they should also. Like the fighters should look at this as like who wins the fifth round wins this fight. They got to fight like that. I think both guys need to go for a finish. Oh, we got another super chat. Thank you very much, Michael, again for another one of these. Says, I was in Brooklyn when Cejudo dispatched TJ, but at least Mighty Mouse had the streak. For sure. And no one can ever take away what Mighty Mouse did. I mean, that was absolute legendary stuff, his whole title run. I was one of the few that really believed in Cejudo as a champion in multiple weight classes. Like, I picked him, I think, every time he was at bantamweight. I picked him at flyweight. Ever since he beat DJ, pretty much, like, I always picked him in all of his fights. And to be honest, I picked Cejudo over Volkanovski and I picked Volkanovski over Holloway both times. Like, I'm a big Volkanovski fan, but I think Cejudo's wrestling presents some really serious problems for guys like Volkanovski who don't usually have to wrestle at all.
Michael, are you from Brooklyn, or you were just there?
And Marino's got Figueiredo on the ground. I looked down. Was that just a takedown? Like a double?
Very nice.
Body lock. Okay, nice. Got another super chat. Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Thank you very much, Cyclops.
Tell us how you really feel.
Coming back. Yeah, I know. It makes you sound like I'm endorsing Cyclops. I'm reading that out. It says, at this point, a draw would be best for the division.
Fight forever.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if they have a draw or Figueiredo wins, they do this like a fourth time without either fighting anyone else, probably. Because underneath them, you have like Andre Pantoja, who's a great fighter, but just very little name value. And like Kai Kara France, who has a lot of upside, but he's lost some big fights too. But he trains with a lot of Sonya and Volkanovski and those dudes. So like, I don't know what you do if this is a draw, but like, I don't know if none of these rounds were a 10-8 round though, right? So it's like, I don't know how you could come up with a draw unless something crazy happens in this round. Michael with another super chat. Thank you so much, Michael. Says Bronx baby. So Michael is from the Bronx.
That's all right. Still NYC. I'm from Brooklyn. That's okay.
There you go.
Bronx, you got to be a Yankees fan then. Got to be.
Got about close to 3 minutes left in the fifth round. Those of you watching at home. Yeah, and then Ngannou and Gane coming up next. Whew.
Oh, baby. I don't think that's going 5 rounds.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think if it does, though, Gane's going to have a massive advantage.
Ooh. I'm about 20 seconds behind you guys, so.
We can try to slow it down.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I just notice whenever when somebody reacts, I react a little bit later because I'm not paying attention.
What time you see on screen right now?
2:45.
Probably like 30 seconds.
Yeah. But before the next fight, when Sean gets in here, we'll recalibrate and try to get everyone as close to the same page as we can.
Uh-oh. I just enjoy these two fighting, man.
Yeah.
I really do. This is what MMA is all about.
And that's the thing, like, to be completely honest, if they did run it back a fourth time, if this does go to a decision, like,
I wouldn't care.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, honestly, there's really no one else that's going to give you a better fight in this division than these two. So
we got to hear what Dana White's going to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows?
I'm sure he's enjoying this.
Yeah. I mean, he must, considering they ran this back so soon, a third time. And like I said, I think the Garbrandt thing, I've talked about that a lot, but I think that really threw a wrench in their plans because like they clearly wanted him to be a contender at that weight class. And he just isn't going to be. So Michael with another super chat. Thank you very much, Michael. Excuse me. Says Mets fan, grew up in Westchester, lived in Bay Ridge.
You ruined it, Mike. That's all right.
So
I'm from Brooklyn,
55
Mike Canarsie.
50 seconds or 50, now 50 seconds left in the third round for me. I feel like these guys are going to really go after it for the last 20 seconds.
Well, come on, guys.
Throw for the fences. Let's go.
Don't be shy. Moreno, I need this.
Everyone's going nuts getting all these memes of Aaron Rodgers. So.
Oh, yeah. I love seeing Aaron Rodgers lose. I love seeing the Packers lose. But, Figueiredo with a nice right hand that connected.
Oh, he's going to lose this round. Moreno.
Oh, man. They're really going at it. Figueiredo goes for a takedown.
You called it. Oh, now he's tagging him back. Oh.
Marino lands
he's tagging
clean.
him back.
I
love these two.
I think Marino just won the round on that. I don't know. That was close. I think Marino won the round.
They both think they
won.
won.
So hard. That's so hard to. I'm going to say Marino wins 3 rounds to 2.
Oh, that's what John Pollock says too.
Okay.
I got to go with the champion. The champion's advantage.
Yeah.
If it's close, I got to go with the champion.
Let us know in the chat. Who do you think won before we get the official decision? Because that was.
Oh, man, I'm nervous.
That's a coin toss. That's one of those, you're saying, Romeo, though, you don't seeing the titles change hands on those kind of fights. Because, it was so close. If Figueiredo wins, it's you've got to let Marino get another shot at that, for sure.
You gotta go. We gotta go for a 4th.
You got to. If Figueiredo wins, if Marino gets this decision, I feel like
that's it. You gotta stop
have
then.
One more, but Figueiredo's in this position where he can either go to bantamweight and try to be a contender there.
He should.
Yeah, and not have to worry about the weight cut and all that. Or even just, and if you wanted to say it flyweight, he'd really only be one quality went away from getting another shot probably because the division just isn't very deep. Michael with another super chat. Man, you're killing it for us. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Says worthy trilogy. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. This fight needed to happen 3 times, and I'm glad that it did. Jake in the chat says 48-47 Marino. That's where I'm at also.
I hope you're right.
You never know, though. And this also is by no means a robbery. If Figueiredo wins, people can't be upset about that. This was a very close fight.
No. My pockets will be upset, but I can't really be.
Yeah, for the sake of that, you guys are morons over here next to me. Figueiredo threw that last shot definitely after the bell.
Here we go. Unanimous.
Yeah. 48-47.
Oh
no. Figueiredo won 48-47 times 3. They got to run that a 4th time. There's no other way.
Gotta hear these post-fight interviews, man. Oh, man.
Cejudo's trying to get in there, so not letting him in the huddle.
Where's Dana? Just so Dana could see him? Where's he at? Is Dana not there? Did he not put the title on him? I don't see Dana.
Yeah, I don't see Dana either.
Doesn't he normally crown the champion?
He's too busy negotiating with Ngannou backstage for what's happening.
No, he saw Cejudo and was like, I'm good.
Joel said he's there. Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure he's there. He just usually in the octagon giving them the title, which he might have done. I looked away, but
Oh, the boos. My goodness, this crowd is not happy.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. So Figueiredo, a 2-time flyweight champion.
What a rivalry. What a rivalry.
I mean, good for him. He's a great fighter. It's just there's no other way. I mean, I'm sure Rogan's got to bring up the idea of a fourth fight. It's got to be like the big headline here.
For sure.
I'm gonna DM Sean just to give him a heads up that the co-main is over in case he isn't. I think he's watching live, but
Yeah, I think he just tweeted it.
oh, did he? Okay, perfect. I guess I don't need to say anything.
Figueiredo says it's my day.
He's watching.
Marino is like such a nice guy that he's probably just gonna say nothing but like nice things about.
He'll be humble.
Yeah.
You guys like Cejudo?
Cejudo?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
He's
We were
making
talking about
sure
him a
he's
little
seen by the
earlier.
camera.
Yeah. Yeah. Another super chat from Michael. Thank you. Says all these super chats are thanks to Victor Henry and NY Gaming. There you go. Congratulations. Thank you for spending some of that on us. We really appreciate it.
See, New Yorkers are great. What can you say?
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that. You heard what he said? Oh, you heard what he said?
Did he say he wants to fight him again?
He said, I'm ready for a fourth fight in Mexico.
Fourth fight in Mexico. I like that a lot.
Oh, Moreno country.
I like that a lot.
All right, sign me up. Sign me up.
Cyclops says Marino is a white meat babyface, true white meat babyface. Yeah, 100%. In like wrestling terms, for those of you watching that might not know, that's just like an ultra good guy. Like just that's definitely Marino. Good for Figueiredo though. I love that he just came right out and was like, "Oh, let's fight again in Mexico." Like that's Marino's home turf. So
that was
like,
probably a script the entire time. Like even if he lost, I'll fight you again in Mexico.
Yeah. That'd be a huge fight down there.
Yes, it would, man. You hear how the crowd was there and where they're at? Anaheim, I think.
Is that where this is? Honestly, I
think
didn't
so.
even think about that. They're in
They were
Anaheim,
huge
right?
behind
Anaheim,
Moreno.
California. Yeah. Anaheim Center. Yeah.
Yes.
Or sorry, Honda Center in Anaheim. All right.
Joe's like,
So-
get a selfie.
We've got one more fight tonight. Ciryl Gane, Francis Ngannou.
Boo. No love. Come on. At least a polite applause.
Oh, they're going to interview Moreno.
Looking like the Karate Kid.
Moreno says he feel like he won, but he's telling he's a great fighter.
It is what it is.
Yep. Yeah, they really should run that back and forth time. I'm going to go ahead and tweet that.
In Mexico, that would be electric. Of course he's down. Of course.
I'm so bad at spelling Figueiredo's name. It's the worst. the hardest, I should say.
He said he loves it. He loves the idea, and he's gonna win.
Go over to Shara in the house. You see that him and your Prohaska is happening for the title.
Oh man,
I love that fight. Prohaska destroyed Dominic Reyes.
oh,
Nate
You
Diaz in
can't
the
do
house.
that.
Oh, he was about to light up, and they took the camera off of him.
the legend, Iron Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Just
Mike
casually sparking up with Jay.
Oh, here we go. We got the crossover promotion for Jackass.
These jackasses are stars everywhere.
I have not watched any WWE since whatever the last pay-per-view was, and I'm to understand that Johnny Knoxville will be a part of the Royal Rumble this year.
Mm-hmm.
And probably the best storyline leading up to the Royal Rumble.
That's wild.
Oh, yes.
Him and Sami Zayn, man, it's been kind of funny.
They'll wrestle one-on-one at Mania. If they're investing this much into it. Man. Main event up next.
All right, so listen to these odds. Ngannou's plus 135 to win. If you want him to win by knockout, it's plus 150.
These are some strange. I get being confident in Ngannou, like because he's undefeated and because he is. I mean, he's also like a big dude, like Francis is. It's not like some giant like physical mismatch either. Like, but man, with what Ngannou's done and being the champion and how fast he's beaten some of these top level guys, like I just don't know how you can say that Gane is the favorite going into this. Because Gane hadn't fought anyone like Francis. I mean, he's fought some good fighters, but no one like Francis.
When was the last time these two fought? Was it December?
Yeah, it was the Derek Lewis, right?
Or November? It was November. Or I can't remember now.
Look at his record real quick. Because I know I think he's like 10-0 overall. But he just recently like broke into the so yeah, Derek Lewis was the last one. That was in August.
Okay.
But his last 4 fights, he beat Junior Dos Santos, but Dos Santos, of course, kind of on like the downside of his career. That was December of 2020. He knocked out Jairzinho Rosenstrike. He decisioned Jairzinho Rosenstrike, I should say, and Alexander Volkov. Both really high-level fighters, but then he knocked out Derek Lewis in the 3rd round. So, I mean, the knockout power is there, but he's more of like a volume guy. Like, he beats you up and then finishes you. Francis can literally just hit you once and it's game over. I'm going to pop off camera for like 2 seconds, y'all. Give me just a couple seconds here.
Yeah.
So you got in this one, the main event.
Ngannou. I'm trying to play some last-second bets here. I'm going by knockout. That's the way to go. Do I want to guess what round? Am I feeling lucky?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Sean Ross Sapp in the house.
Oh man, Bengals fans unite.
Let's go.
Oh man, what a special day.
Congratulations.
So I'll be in St. Louis next week, and I am seriously thinking about, after the Royal Rumble on Saturday, just making the drive or hopping a bus to Kansas City if that happens. So excited. So excited.
It's awesome. Wasn't it like 31 years?
Yes,
like
31 years. I was there last week for the first win, and I thought about going today, if I would have remembered that SmackDown was in Nashville last night, I could have business expensed it.
Oh
I
man.
even asked you last week if you were going, and I didn't think about SmackDown.
I know.
Man, good timing, Sean. We got the walkouts about to start right now for the main event.
Even better timing is that I can tell everybody that this show is brought to you by NordVPN.com/Fightful. Use that code Fightful. You'll get 70% off your NordVPN plan or one additional month for free. There's going to be a bunch of people in this chat saying, you all showing the fights? No, we're not, because we'll get copyright struck. But if you want to spend a little less money on the fights than you normally would, you can use NordVPN.com/Fightful. You can subscribe to some other services overseas that maybe you wouldn't be able to do here because they're region blocked. It's really helped me out when I travel, because what I have realized when I travel is if I want to watch a lot of the stuff that I had planned to watch from local channels, like a SmackDown, as if I would want to ever actually do that, I wouldn't be able to because I'm out of my home area. NordVPN.com/Fightful prevents that. You're going to end up spending about the price of a cup of coffee on NordVPN. But the thing is, you're going to end up saving more money as a result of, some of those dollars that you lop off from the region blocked areas that you can't access right now. That's NordVPN.com/Fightful, or you can use the code Fightful, and it's got a 30-day money-back guarantee. If for some reason you don't like it, get your money back. You have absolutely nothing to lose. And NordVPN has made quite the investment in us over the next month. So show them that we support them. This is the VPN that I use. Hit them up at NordVPN on Twitter. Let them know you heard about them from us, even if you don't use their service yet. Stoked to work with NordVPN, and perfect for UFC Fight Night. You can watch it on BT Sport over here in the States if you get NordVPN.com/Fightful. Picks for this fight, fellas.
So I'm going Francis Ngannou. Mainly, I think the longer this fight goes, I think Gane has a better shot, but Francis has that one punch knockout power, and I just can't deny that. So I got to go Francis.
I think I've got Ngannou as well. I mean, we're looking at a guy who dominated in Muay Thai and dominated in MMA with Ciryl, but it's hard for me to bet against Francis Ngannou. And I tweeted this earlier, and I've mentioned this in the past, but I've always admired the fact that he got beat in that title fight, and then he was like, well, I got to up my cardio. And then he went 5 rounds or however long with Derek Lewis. And he's like, you know what? I actually don't like that at all. I'm just going to punch people in the face really hard. And that worked, because anytime a fight has went 2 or longer than 2 rounds, Ngannou has lost. Anytime it doesn't make it to the end of the second, he ends up winning. So I think he understands the formula by now.
Lewis. And he's like, you know what? I actually don't like that at all. I'm just going to punch.
I think he knows the score.
Yeah. Romeo, you had Ngannou as well, right?
Yes, I cannot go against him, especially as an underdog. I just made some crazy bets, I'll tell you. I picked him to win by knockout in every single round. So hopefully I make the longer it goes, the more money I make. So if it's in the second round, third round, I don't care what round it is, I'm going with him. It's all behind Francis.
Rob, what do you got?
Francis.
There we go, man.
That's
all right. So Gane's winning. There we go.
Ricardo says, Dong Lord Appreciation Super Chat. Sup, Sean? I appreciate it, Ricardo. Guys, you can get your super chats in. You can get Humper Chats in now at humperchats.com. I'll be reading those off during the fight. But, man, this is a big weekend for me personally. My God, Bengals won. I got return to my favorite show, Ozark. I'm finishing that up right after this.
No, man.
We got UFC tonight. We've got GCW Sunday night. Yeah. I'm going to hop on that post show, hopefully. But man, lots of cool stuff going on this weekend.
Yeah. Speaking of, that'll be tomorrow night right here on this channel. GCW, Hammerstein, the World on GCW, post show, me, Righteous Reg, Rhapsody, and Sean Ross Sapp jumping in with us. So that's going to be, I cannot wait for that show. Like, I'm so hyped for that. I love Game Changer Wrestling. Like, this is the biggest indie show of all time, in my opinion. Like, I can't wait.
Also, guys, Monday on Fightful, my 9,500 word Inside the Royal Rumble feature drops. Inside the Royal Rumble 2, actually. Big thank you to Rob for editing that for me, because I could not do it myself after putting my eyes on that screen for so long. But there's over an hour-long feature, audio, video. That's all up right now for Fightful Select subscribers. We also have a lot more on Leo Rush's departure from AEW, as well as some more on the horizon. And how about this? I'm going to have some pretty interesting Royal Rumble news tomorrow. How about this? I'll give you guys who are watching, Loyal Fight Night watchers, a bit of a tip. It's somebody or somebodies who were contacted for the Royal Rumble.
Ooh.
And I'm going to have several of those this week on FightfulSelect.com.
Now, Sean, I saw your first Royal Rumble feature, and that was really good stuff.
Thank you.
The second one, can you give us a tease? Like, what can we expect?
Kurt Angle, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, Drew McIntyre. Like, I even found an old quote from Alberto Del Rio because he won a Rumble. So I talked to people who, like, a lot of it's focused on some of the comedy spots, like the Bushwhackers contributed. I had a lot of people who witnessed Titus World Slide there. There's a lot of funny, like, greatest Royal Rumble stories, because that's just ridiculous. And it's heavy on NXT as well. So you'll find out, like, when Shotzi, Dakota, Chelsea Green, Johnny, Adam Cole all found out about their Rumble appearances, and sort of the process of that as well. The process of putting together a Rumble. We also talk about, like, the 15-man Royal Rumble on SmackDown in 2004 that is super underrated. I had Kurt Angle on for that, but it's a lot of fun. I was going to do these every year, but I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break and focus on some other stuff, and then eventually bring it back as, like, a bit of a combined feature. But man, you guys are going to love it. It's going to be, it's available now on Fightful Select, so check it out, guys.
It's good shit, pal.
Oh yeah.
Got some.
Oh,
There you go.
there you go. Michelle, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. It says I'm up so late, like I don't have 3 pods tomorrow. LOL. So you got a busy day tomorrow coming up. Good stuff. I'm highly confused going into this fight, but I'm excited regardless. Are you confused because you don't watch the fights, or are you confused because, like, we're confused that Francis Ngannou is the underdog? Like, and
Just
and
think of it like
Is
Cody
he?
Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara. We have a heavyweight champion and an interim champion,
yeah,
and you're all caught up.
I see
And-
that. Okay, so it is like plus 120, 115, like not enough to where you could make any real money off of it. But damn, man, I'm surprised he's the underdog too. Man, were there was he always the underdog, or was there like a push?
no, I think he has been for like the last few weeks at least.
Unreal.
Which has been crazy. And then there's also the big storyline of, Francis wants out of his UFC contract, but they're going to roll him over if he wins tonight. So, like, part of me wants him just to pull like a finger poke of doom and just just take a knee and tap out.
Oh,
and,
man.
And then just watch all the fans, because this is also like the elevated pay-per-view price. These are like $5 more than they were last year. And like the fans would just get so angry having to pay more money just to watch him like throw
Steven,
a fight.
I am throwing my phone if that happens.
I practically felt like Rumble Johnson threw his fight against, I think it was Cormier, maybe?
Yeah.
It was so uninspired. True heel heat wrestling says SP3. This is what I usually pay Romeo, but here you go. Can't wait to be there live in the Hammerstein again tomorrow.
Tell you what, if Ngannou can win by knockout in the 5th round, I might be in the Hammerstein too tomorrow.
take a private jet to Hammerstein. We've got Ngannou getting introduced right now by Bruce Buffer. Sean, I don't know where you're at on the timeline. I let mine pause for about 20 seconds or so Romeo can get caught up to where I was at.
Okay. So I'm right now, I'm at, where are you at?
Oh, well, the fight hasn't started yet, but I've got Gane getting introduced right now. I thought they were introducing Francis a second ago.
They were.
But
so
wait, they introduced Francis before?
I'll pause at the nameplate. When they get Francis's nameplate up there, let me know.
Okay.
Yes, they did introduce Francis first. No, wait, they introduced.
Oh no,
Khan
okay.
first.
Now they're introducing him.
Let me know
I
when
was
his
confused.
nameplate pops up.
Okay. Just popped up.
Cool.
Joel, yeah, you're teaching me all the wrong ways of thinking about wrestling over here. Rob's back. Let me get you back on here, Rob.
Thank you.
Joel
Welcome back.
Pearl, who is famous for almost getting us copyright striked on Fightful Overbooked. Thanks, Joel.
That would have been fast.
Almost got us hit with 2 of them.
Oh,
I haven't
man.
had one in a full year. In a full year since last year's Wrestle Kingdom. And he got 2 in a day. But
From
fortunately,
what?
neither were strikes.
From what? What did Joel?
I don't know what he did. He says it's a mistake. You were a mistake.
All right, so this fight's about to start. This is I mean, this could be over in 10 seconds, knowing Francis Ngannou, for all we know. So,
Yeah.
edge of your seat. He says it was a GIF on a video. Yeah, me and Jesse use those on for donations and stuff, and it's never been a problem. But I've always thought that maybe it could be at some
Sure.
point.
Here we go. Fight is underway.
Oh,
We're at 446, right, guys?
Yeah, nailed it. So Gane wrapped up Ngannou, and he's putting him up against the cage. It's gonna be weird saying Gane and Ngannou because the names are so close.
Yeah. We could say Ciryl.
Yeah, that's true.
Francis is easier.
We could say champion or champion.
Champion or champion. Yeah.
Champion or interim. Cody or Sammy.
Cody or Sammy.
I mean,
Ngannou's
obviously if you're in Ngannou, you're going for that one big shot every single time. That one big shot.
Yep.
Don't use too much of your energy trying to chase down Ciryl. Let him come to you. And then situations like this will happen where you push him up against the cage and he might not be able to get out. And then maybe on the exit, you go for something big. And I mean, unless he's working to take Ciryl down. Cyryl's got those underhooks in.
Yeah. That's something I didn't really even consider is one of the two actually trying to get a takedown.
Yeah, I know. Great blocking of the knees by Ngannou. Went forearm across the knee to prevent that.
Cormier on commentary, very impressed by Ngannou's legs.
Oh man,
it would have been interesting to see him fight these guys.
I know. I was just thinking that.
Right? Man.
Oh, nice uppercut by Ngannou.
Yeah. I think he was trying to say it was a low blow. I don't think it was a low blow.
I don't either.
I think it was clean.
I think Ngannou, I was going to say, I think he'll keep the center of the octagon, and Gane's just going to try to pepper him from the outside if he can. But
yeah, Gane is feeling these punches. You can tell.
Yeah.
Just like the way that he's reacting isn't as crisp. Ryan Smith, thank you for the congrats on our Bengals. It's been a long, hard road as a Bengals fan.
Oh, the Frank Trigg working.
Yeah, he was the referee tonight in some of the fights.
Fightful alumni, Frank Trigg. Used to have a podcast here.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's always good to see those ex-fighters doing judging and refereeing and stuff.
Yeah, you got a lot of love on Twitter.
Dude, he's been doing it for quite a while. You just don't see him that often.
He was good when he was very early in it. He was already really, really good at it.
Yeah. That was already a long time ago now.
Because I remember he first got on UFC a few years ago, and then he just wasn't for a while. But I think more accomplished ex-fighters should do it. But I mean, then again, more accomplished ex-fighters should be in the position to need to do it.
Right. Exactly. They don't make a whole lot to do it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because I think wasn't Chris Lieben doing it, but then he just went to bare knuckle anyways. He's like, I'm just doing way more money
I
just
feel like maybe he
fighting
was.
more. Yeah. So Ngannou's
Man,
body wrapped
All right.
up.
Francis is just imposing his will.
I like what I'm seeing so far.
I
Yes.
haven't seen anything from Gane for Francis that leads me to believe that this will be any trouble. Like, unless it goes into like third, fourth, fifth round and Francis is just exhausted.
Yeah, that's definitely been one of my thoughts going into this. Is like the later rounds. I think Gane is like that's where he's gonna have the most success if he can drag Ngannou into the late rounds. Although Ngannou still has that knockout power even in the fifth round. I mean, it's
just takes one.
Exactly. But I mean, this is gonna exhaust Ngannou to have to just deal with carrying Gane's weight like this.
He's doing really well at like preventing any major strikes.
Whoa.
Now that knee looked a little low.
I know, right? I said the same. Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Francis already breathing heavy. My God. Now we're starting to see some strikes land from Ciryl Gane. And we're starting to see Francis not tucking his chin when he throws. He needs this break right now.
Something I was talking to Doug about the other day was the idea that because Francis is in this position where he wants out anyways, like if it does get to deep waters where he is exhausted or maybe he's getting beat up a little bit, do you think maybe he's more likely to just kind of give up in there and get out of there? Like, I mean,
I don't think he'll give up. I think he's got too much pride to give up.
Yeah.
Steven, will you stop with the finger poke of doom conspiracies?
Okay.
I mean, you lose an awful lot of your leverage when you're willing to do that in a fight because that affects your drawing power and that affects your negotiating leverage.
That's very true. And of course, see, that's the catch-22 with this is like if he wins this fight and it's impressive, like the fight he wants is Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury wants it also. And that will make Ngannou 10 times the money he's ever made in the UFC.
And buddy, Tyson Fury will probably beat him in the fourth or fifth round because Ngannou's going to be exhausted after 2.
Unless he wants to be like Mayweather was against McGregor and just, entertain the crowd and prolong it.
I thought you were going to say Mayweather versus Logan Paul for a second.
That too.
That's the
but
thing
no,
that
that first round, like Ngannou didn't even really exert himself as far as the haymakers he can really throw.
He is breathing heavy though. He's breathing out of his mouth. You can see his stomach going in and out.
He needs to throw, land, and end the fight.
I've seen him come full 100%, full energy.
I mean, we don't got to go deep analytics here. If the fight ends before the end of the second round, Ngannou has never lost. If it ever goes beyond the second round, he's always lost. He has never won a fight under those circumstances and has never lost a fight under those circumstances. So, I mean, I think the game plan should be pretty clear for him there.
Yeah.
It just seems like, as far as Ngannou standards go, doesn't he seem like a little conservative?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because usually he'll just bull rush people if if it's gotten to this point. I mean, he's got to have respect for Gane's striking, but Gane hasn't even really been throwing a whole lot of boxing combos at him. Good leg kicks there from Gane. Oh. That uppercut is devastating from Francis, though.
Yeah.
If that lands, remember him hitting Overeem and his head snapping back like that? I mean, oof.
Ciryl is still very fresh. My God.
Bobblehead.
Yeah. Yeah, bobble. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Sean. Yeah, Ciryl seems to be in much better condition.
Yeah.
He looks very comfortable.
Oh, Ciryl landed a right hand. Gunner's never been finished. That's what they said on commentary.
Yeah, he's never been finished, and
They said he's flat-footed.
he is. Now he's making Gane Ciryl Gane carry his weight, which for Ngannou in the past, that hasn't proven to conserve his energy that much either. It always feels like he's also exerting energy while he makes somebody do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of counterproductive for him to.
He's slow as hell. He's just eating these leg kicks. He's going to get chopped away. Oh!
Ooh, Gane went for a spinning heel
applaud the
kick.
effort. Yeah, I applaud the effort for the wheel kick.
They just give a shout out to Josh Barnett on commentary.
No, Chris Barnett for the wheel kick. Beast Boy Barnett.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's like a 5'10" heavyweight who won with a wheel kick.
That was so awesome. He was doing
amazing.
he was doing like flips in the octagon when he won.
So it was so funny. There's this MMA game, WMMA 3, 4, 5, whenever it is, from Grey Dog Software, and it's like a simulator. And if he would ever try to sign Chris Barnett, he would like always miss weight, no matter what. And this is like 8 years ago.
That's hilarious.
Want to see some action here. My God. I hopped on this fight. Well, so I can tell you guys about the wonders of nordvpn.com/Fightful. Save 70% plus get an additional free month at nordvpn.com/Fightful. But I expected this to have a lot more action to it. And thus far, it is not.
The last fight, the consensus from the chat and us and Twitter, like everyone wants a fourth fight between Figueiredo and Moreno. Yeah,
what the hell else are they gonna do?
I know exactly. I mean, you got to run it back again.
In Mexico.
I mean, like a few years ago, they were just like, we're kind of done with this division. Then the champion retired after that. So why not do this? I don't have a damn problem with it. Usually I don't like immediate rematches, but when you start with the draw, boy, you set yourself up for the possibility of doing it 4 times. 1, 1, and 1, it's too perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
But they'll have a draw next time for sure.
Right.
So is Francis down 2 rounds to nothing?
No, I think Francis got the first round, and I think Ciryl got this one.
I go with that as well. I think it's 1-1. I'm watching with my brothers as well in here. You got 1-1 rounds or 2-0? Which way? For Gane.
I see a lot of people. I see almost everybody go in 2018 Ciryl. So, man, apparently I was the only one that saw it for Ngannou. Maybe it was just a fear in that hand.
He did land like one good uppercut in the first.
Yeah,
that seems to be the best.
At this stage, I don't think that Francis Ngannou wins this if he doesn't finish it. I think that's the only opportunity that he has to win it. Because I'm more inclined to believe that I'm incorrect in my score than everybody else. So I don't think there's a way that Ngannou takes all 3 of the next rounds.
I still don't think we've seen the real Ngannou yet. Is he sleepwalking?
Well, how do you feel,
I think
Romeo?
I don't think if we see the real Ngannou by the end of the first round, we probably aren't going to.
What's going on here? Is this a finger poke of doom like he was saying?
No, don't blame me for this.
The fix is in. This isn't how Ngannou.
But I mean,
fights.
his fight against Derek Lewis was like this, but it was neither guy doing anything, so you can't really blame Francis. But
that's how Derek Lewis fights sometimes.
True. That was just kind of like the perfect storm of a fight that should have been absolutely incredible. That was just a complete dud. But Francis is really just looking for just these one-punch knockout shots, which I get that, but
DC just said he's got to take some chances here.
Yeah.
It's time.
John's out there like switching stances and jumping around like. Romeo, going into this round, how do you have it scored?
Woo!
Ooh,
Nice takedown from
look at
Ngannou.
that.
Maybe that's the real Francis Ngannou.
Wow.
Well, buddy, I don't know if Ciryl Gane's getting up from this one. 4 minutes to cook with Ngannou on top of you, and Ciryl Gane is like, I'm new here.
Yeah, we like never see this.
Wow.
So
I think Ngannou has to show a sense of urgency here. He could be down 2-0, and that was surely a sense of urgency right there.
If you're Ngannou, you apply that weight, you hold on that pressure, because look, Gane is like, you don't see him bucking, you don't see him like, he's turning in a little bit. He's trying to sit up. That's bad. He's gonna get pinned right here. Don't see him like going feet next to his ass or anything. Oh, in the mount.
Yeah. Full
There
mount.
we go. Not bad. That's what you want to do if you're Francis.
Get him.
Oh, right here. Right here.
Yeah,
That's
right
where you
here.
want to be
Yeah.
if you're
Do
Francis
some damage.
Ngannou.
Like, let's
At
see
least
some,
do some damage.
Right here underneath the armpit. Oh my God, Ciryl's making it up. Maybe.
Gone. Went for
Hit
the
him.
hooks.
Francis is trying real hard to keep this on the ground, as he should.
No, don't go for a submission.
Oh, no.
Gone got to his feet.
Now,
Yeah.
Ciryl, man.
He didn't do enough damage there.
No,
He
and
landed
that's
a
defense
few.
by Gane.
yeah, and that I was really curious to see what Ngannou's ground and pound would look like, because we really never see him in those kind of positions. But like, he really did nothing with that.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Oh, what's going on here?
Boy.
Dude, that's a wizard. We got him.
Ciryl Gane.
Gane's going for the man.
This round is going not like how I expected.
Yeah.
Well, going into this fight, if someone would have said one of these two is going to go for takedowns, I would have said, okay, it's Ciryl Gane then. And then like Ngannou slammed him.
Oh my goodness.
This is going to be exhausting for Ngannou.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what Cormier just said.
we got Herb Dean as the referee. Oh, here we go. Like, it'd be some sort of really, really unsure stoppage of some kind. Like, I've really soured on Herb lately. I give him all the respect in the
For
world
sure.
for, like, you know, being an OG and everything. But like, oh, nice spinning back fist from Ciryl. But he's been really gun or trigger shy or whatever lately, where he's like jumping in to stop fights and then like changing his mind and stuff, and like, scary.
A lot of memes.
Yeah, especially with guys like this. Like, you can't be undecisive when it's
No.
these two dudes. Like, Frank Traeger earlier did a great job. I thought one of the stoppages that he called was like perfect. Like, it was exactly what you want to see.
How do you all see this round going so far? Like, you think Ngannou had enough to take it?
Let me see these last 45 seconds here.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah,
on. I'm leaning Ngannou.
I am too, because of the takedown.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Gotta
two
get another one.
takedowns. Uh-oh.
Oh!
And Gane trying to go double wrist lock.
Oh.
No
so
way.
Oh, he grabbed him.
all you need to do here is get out. I was going to say,
He's
all you got to do there is get out of half guard, step over, take that arm. That's why you don't do a double wrist lock on the bottom. That is the old Matt Hughes GSP spot right there. Always taught, don't hold on to that double wrist lock when you're flat on your back. It makes for a fun pro wrestling spot, though.
I'm about to say, unless you're Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez in the WWE, then it might
Yes.
work. But
Yes.
You saw that statistic on the bottom. His previous best is 1 takedown. Now he has 2.
yeah,
Did the wizard not count?
I don't think so. It was more of a
Wizard
scramble,
takedown?
I think. I think it was more of a scramble.
Ooh! That
Look
looks
at
nice
that.
on the
Oh my
slow motion.
God.
Yeah, that's
He
it.
did the world's strongest slam.
Somebody don't get their ass kicked.
Oh.
Well,
I'm interested to see Francis in the corner right now. Like, yeah, he's hunched over and puffing and puffing.
Man.
Did you say
So
Mike Tyson?
I think he did. I think he said to Mike Tyson and go side to side. I think is what he something like
That'll
that.
motivate him.
That is nice. I mean, that was a beautiful takedown.
I can't
Yeah, it
believe
was.
it.
Bink.
DC is marking out on commentary.
Oh yeah, there was that takedown. Yeah, with the Kimura. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was definitely the second takedown.
So when that happens, if somebody has a double wrist lock on you and you're in half guard, posture up a little bit, adjust your shoulder just a little bit, get out of that half guard and step over and take that arm bar if the person's dumb enough to hold on to it.
We're at 4:35 of the fourth round for people watching along with us. Ngannou just kind of holding the center of the octagon and just kind of walking at him, but
Francis, man, feel free to throw those haymakers.
And I mean, we it is worth noting, Ngannou in his repertoire, in his pro career, he's armbarred people. He's won with a guillotine choke, an arm triangle choke, and a Kimura double wrist lock as well. So not like he doesn't know how to finish people off. It's just obviously the quality of opponent is not quite this.
good jab by Gane.
Yep.
Surprised he's not doing that more.
I did not expect this to go 5 rounds. And it hasn't yet, but I didn't expect it to go 4 rounds either.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to see Gane kind of go for it more because, like, got the openings. I don't want this to be a scenario where, like, he thinks he's running away with this fight and then, like, the judges go with Ngannou anyways at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah.
you know, just want to see, like, a definitive winner in this thing.
I hear some boos in the crowd. Not again.
And Ngannou's got Gane up against the cage. Overhook from Gane. Francis is trying to sweep him, I think, on the ground.
Oh.
His legs.
Let's go. Let's go. Francis
Wow.
Ngannou for the Abu Dhabi tournament.
Wow. Good for Ngannou. This is not a game plan I think anyone would have expected. Like, good for him. Now do something with it. Like, let's see some ground and pound. This guy should have devastating ground and pound with his power.
Yes.
Yeah,
There you go. That's what you want to do. Throw those punches underneath the armpit. You can get leverage from them. But now he's going
to get back to his feet.
Yeah. Ngannou doesn't have a real tight lock on the waist lock there either. Like, you want to apply pressure. That way you can control the waist, control the hips. And he's not doing that. Oh, God tried to roll through. He tried to roll through. Why would you do that against Ngannou?
Oh, he face
Come
planted.
on. I don't care how tired Ngannou is. You don't try to roll through on an arm for like a knee bar or something.
Another one?
Down again. So, I mean, like, against a guy like Ngannou, the idea of rolling through like that would be so low percentage. He could have went for a Granby roll instead of better chance.
And we see a Granby roll once a decade in the UFC.
I know.
They don't even know what to call it on commentary when it happens. It's so funny.
Oh, gosh.
Get some punches in, Francis.
I remember
Ground and pound.
Paul Felder got so much crap online because he didn't know the name of a Granby roll one time.
Get that full mount. Get that full mount.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell that Francis
God looks tired now, too.
Yeah, he's not as quick to get up.
You got to have wrist control there, too. And I wonder how much Ngannou trains.
Ooh.
This. Oh, my God. I mean, that was clean.
That was close.
It was clean. That was in the chest.
Yep.
Good for him.
Oh, my goodness.
But this is where you should, like, kind of pop up and just start trying to punch him in the face. Like,
yeah.
Well, like, before Gane can get to his feet.
I mean, Honestly, I think knee should be
There you
legal
go.
in this specific spot.
There you
but
go.
For sure.
He heard you.
There you go.
Yeah, we saw it happen in one with Demetrius Johnson not that long ago. He got kneed on the ground, got knocked out. He was up in seconds doing the post-fight interview. Like, he was totally fine.
So, Romeo, what was the bet you had on this?
I'm sorry, you broke up. What'd you say?
What was the bet that you had on this?
Ngannou by knockout in every round.
Oh, man.
So if he were to ever get a knockout here in the 5th round,
Oh, man.
I'd win $410 off a $10 bet.
Hey,
Okay.
Gane does look tired, though. I mean,
Now's the time. Now's the time.
yeah. Maybe Ngannou can catch him with his hands down. What do you guys think?
Every time he has him down, he's like, he's got to ground and pound, but he's just been more satisfied in just getting control of him. And just.
Do you think that that's what Francis should do here? Go for another takedown and just try to control him and and hope that he's ahead enough that he wins
I think it's
the decision
2-2 at least. At least it's 2-2. So I guess do whatever you got to do to win.
We'll also notice Francis, he hasn't gotten very far with it, but there's been a handful of times that he's kind of looked like he was trying to go for a head and arm choke, like an arm triangle. Like when he gets on top like that, be interesting to see if he gets him down again.
The crowd loves it. Francis breathing heavy. Tap gloves.
Ultimate conspiracy. Herb Dean knocks them both out.
Gonna show you all some actual footage of what's going on right now. It is wrestling god Francis Ngannou.
Oh, I can. Hey, throw me that. Yeah, I have one of those.
Oh my
Boom.
gosh.
There he is.
My
There
God.
we go.
Had a
Steven Magomedov
yes.
from
It's
Russia.
it's too warm though. I can't wear it right now. It's so warm. How are you wearing this? My brother was wearing it off of everyone.
If you're Ngannou, you have to win this round. I think that's almost subjective. You have to win this round.
Oh no.
Maybe you got 3 and 4. I saw somebody on Twitter saying they thought the leg kicks of Gane meant more than Ngannou's takedown. I don't.
No way.
Because of how much control was there. But
Ooh,
now
Gane with the
Ciryl.
takedown.
Oh my God. Ciryl. And now look at Ngannou. Ngannou pinned.
Ciryl might sub him here. Like, I got a bad feeling about this for Ngannou.
Oh, wait a second.
Look at this. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu god, Francis Ngannou. About to throw up a triangle. He's just been messing with him like Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen. Oh, look at him. Going high on the body with the legs. Do it, Francis.
Ground and pound his ass.
He swept him. I
Wow,
can't
he
believe
slapped
that
him.
word.
Wow. Wow.
Start throwing it.
Man, good for Francis. I didn't know he had any of this in him.
Even God looks like what's going on right now.
Yeah, God's like, what the hell is happening?
Oh my
This is
God.
not what I envisioned.
And I mean, look.
No
No,
way.
he's
What
not.
is going
See
on
where
here?
he is?
No way.
Hey, look.
Oh, the
Roll
arm.
over. Roll with it. You
They
step
both have
over
submissions.
it.
Tap out. You can fight Tyson Fury.
Hit him in the head,
Uh-oh.
not the leg. That's not good. That's not good.
Oh, get out of there,
I
Francis.
don't
Punch him in the
think
face.
the tree
Ngannou
trunk
looks
over.
okay.
Oh my
Gane looks
God.
exhausted.
Oh,
Suplex City.
here we go. And Ngannou's on top now.
Please, ground and pound. Please.
Oh, here we go. Arm triangle. Let's go.
He has it. Squeeze.
You're tired.
I called this.
Dude.
Man, oh man.
Abu Dhabi finals right here, man. That's what this is.
Like Ngannou, like he's not gonna. Yeah,
Crowd
don't wanna have
control
that.
time. What are we watching?
Yeah, that's the most frustrating thing about this is like that Ngannou just isn't creating
Grounding
any
and pounding.
separation and really ground and pounding. Exactly.
When you know he can with the best, like if he tried to.
Ooh. So if he can clear, and so I was gonna say Gane, Ciryl Gane was definitely he saw an arm triangle coming. That's why he had his elbow out like that, and his hand kind of posted towards his chin. He wasn't going to give Ngannou that space to even get his bicep next to his carotid artery. That way he could take that. Because I think once Ngannou gets a spot like that where he can get an arm triangle, he's too big to get out of that spot.
Yeah.
Ngannou really needs to throw something here. By the way, guys, nordvpn.com/Fightful. Save 70% off your plan, plus get a month free. nordvpn.com/Fightful. Use the code Fightful. You can subscribe to BT Sport and spend way less money on these pay-per-views.
It won't help you shave your pubes, but it will
It might
absolutely help you change your location. It
World's
might.
fastest VPN is nordvpn.com/Fightful.
I cannot believe the way this fight played out. I
I
cannot
know.
believe. Feel free to knock him out in 4 seconds.
Yeah. So Romeo,
Give him his black belt now.
yeah.
In the ring.
Earned.
Okay, listen.
Holy
I think John
crap.
Jones would beat both of these guys.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think John Jones would beat both of them.
He's too smart. John Jones is too smart.
Yeah.
Except when it comes to
Inside the cage.
Yeah.
outside the
Jones
cage.
sent a
Yes,
tweet
outside
that
of the cage,
said,
he's not.
Jones says, LOL, shit, I may just enjoy retirement. I think that's out of embarrassment, not fear. But I mean, not this was embarrassing. It was two guys that neither were great at grappling, but one was better than the other one. And if you can get it there, you get it there. Oh,
I lost $50, but hey, the Bengals won. I can't be too mad, right?
man, I almost cried. I almost freaking cried. That was incredible.
I mean, it's got to be Francis, right? At least 3 rounds to 2.
I
At
think
least.
so.
He won the last 3.
Personally, maybe it's just bias or something. I thought he landed a lot more or did a lot more in round 1, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I was so excited about nordvpn.com/Fightful that I couldn't contain myself.
Don't blame you.
Oh, man.
Who does everybody got in the chat?
Yeah, hit us up in the chat.
Zeno Hour says
guys
John
showing
Jones
respect?
would beat both.
What is
I'm
it?
with y'all. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think John Jones would beat both. It's wild to think that John Jones, through all his bullshit, like throughout the most of his career, he never missed a calendar year fighting until last year. He didn't, after February 2020, he didn't fight at all that year, and he didn't fight last year. Once he decided to move to heavyweight, he hasn't fought since then.
That's a shame.
But like through all the steroid controversies and the car wrecks and the drug tests and all that, he never missed anything.
Oh, here we
But
go.
this he did.
Whoa.
So unanimous decision.
Ngannou. Yep.
Francis Ngannou retains.
Yep.
Oh, I was like,
All
and
right.
still, like, what does that mean? Like, they're both champions. I'm not sure. Okay. All right. There we go.
And
Wow.
Dana White didn't put the title on him.
Dana White didn't put the title on the previous
Oh, yes, he did.
fight too. Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah, he did. He sure did.
We didn't see him in there with Figueiredo.
Oh, we sure
We
did.
missed him.
I must have
Yeah,
missed it then.
yeah, he was in there. Jake Nader says just an okay fight. In fact, I believe I have a picture of him putting it on Figueiredo. I sure do.
Oh.
Handy. for
Perfect.
that thumbnail. Bam,
Oh,
there he
you go.
is.
How do we
Okay.
miss that?
Yeah, how?
Weird. I don't know how we missed
Like
that.
I was like, he don't want to be in front of Cejudo.
All right, so we got Joe Rogan interviewing Francis Ngannou. This could be interesting.
Yeah.
Rogan giving him props for his grappling takedowns. Said he had to stay composed the whole fight.
What? What?
Did you just say he tore his MCL completely?
He hurt his knee, tore his MCL. What?
That's wild. If he just did that on a torn MCL, that could also explain a lot about like not being as aggressive.
He fought a heel hook with a torn MCL.
No, you gotta be kidding me.
Unreal.
I want to see a X-ray.
X-ray, yeah.
I hope he just I hope he thanks Joe Rogan for the medical advice, though.
He's talking about celebrating with his team and stuff, but I want to hear him say something
He
about
took a lot
his
of shit.
future. Yeah, he said it was a rough training camp and a rough last 10 months and everything. But
Torn MCL, I bet.
oh yeah, I mean if that's true, that's wild. All right.
I know that Francis Ngannou, like, one thing is for certain after this, because he might not be working for a while. He's going to go to nordvpn.com/Fightful so he can save 70% on his order, and he's going to get a month free. But what I'm going to do is go watch the last episode of Ozark. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you later.
See you, Sean. See you tomorrow.
Go Bengals.
Ozark was solid, man. I binged it.
No spoilers.
So I think Francis was just answering about his future. And I think he just kind of said that he doesn't really want to think about it right now, but like,
Come find me. You know where I'm at.
he's in such a weird position because he doesn't want to be there anymore, but like he legally has to be. So all right, now they're interviewing Ciryl Gane. We'll hang out here on stream with y'all until after the Gane interview.
First loss.
Yeah, first loss of his career.
I'm gonna head out, boys. I gotta let this dog out. So, all
See you, Rob.
Later, bro.
right, thanks. Follow me at Rob Wilkins. Check out my show on Fightful Select, coexisting with Rob and Maggie. Peace out, boys. Nice
There
hanging
you
out.
go. Yeah, for sure. Have a good one, Rob.
Skull Vikes.
Skull Vikings. So Rogan's giving him props.
And
what
he
he's done in his
deserves it.
career so far. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's kind of all there really was to that. Unfortunately, not a lot to say for Gane. He's bummed out. First loss of his
I
career.
thought Gane was much more conservative than I ever thought he would be. Against Ngannou, who was conservative himself in a way.
Yeah, I mean, especially in comparison to his more recent fights, where he's just been going out and taking people's heads off. So, but that would explain a lot. If he legitimately had knee issues and a torn MCL, that takes away a lot of your explosiveness and like being able to plant your feet and do a lot of the stuff that you would normally do. And then, like Sean was saying, to fight off a heel hook with a potential, torn MCL, that's pretty incredible.
So then doesn't that make like Gane's performance like even worse? Like,
Yeah,
he should have won that.
You
If
could look
that's
at it that way.
legit, you have to win that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Gane's not going to really have a better opportunity than that, for sure.
Unbelievable.
It's tough. I'm really wondering. I guess before we sign off here, what do you think is the next fight for Ngannou? Do you think that it's do everything they can to get him and Jones in the octagon together?
I don't know the way Dana White like thinks and operates. He's so random and crazy. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, probably, because I don't know who.
Because it's like then you got to negotiate with John, and John's gonna want all the money in the world.
And so does Francis.
He doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't want to pay people. Bottom line.
Yeah. Because
it's annoying because we deserve that fight.
Yeah, I agree. And in Francis's perfect world, like, he can go off and fight Tyson Fury. Like, that's what they want to do, and that's just not going to happen if he's under UFC contract. So, and I don't know who he really fights at heavyweight that's like super like that people really, really want to see right now outside of John Jones. Like, you don't really want to see him and Lewis again.
No.
No. And like Stipe's kind of out of the picture right now, and Cormier is not there anymore.
No.
I mean, they have good fighters at heavyweight, but I think John Jones is by far the biggest fight they could do. It would be the two of them.
You got to just get it done. You got to negotiate that.
David with a good point here. He might be saying that ironically, and it kind of is a tongue-in-cheek joke, but like, there's no better time than now to get Brock Lesnar to come back. That's true.
Man.
Yeah.
I'd be
down for that.
Sign me up. Yeah, exactly. I'll sign me up.
Yeah. As much as it doesn't make sense and it shouldn't happen, I would absolutely. That would be a massive pay-per-view draw for sure. And Brock has a chance against a guy like Francis.
Absolutely.
Just mainly because of the wrestling. I mean, so yeah, that was a really good pay-per-view.
Especially if Francis is just going to willingly enter a fight with a messed up MCL or ACL, whatever, and not tell anybody.
And like the UFC will test Brock, but like not actually do anything about the results until after he fights.
Yeah.
So they'll make sure to do what they have to do.
You get to see the fight first, at least.
Yeah, exactly. Ask Mark Hunt how that went. Well, that all said, man, thanks for joining me, Romeo. Please let everybody know where they can find you.
Hey, you can follow me, True Heel Romeo, on Twitter and Instagram, and on the True Heel Heat Wrestling YouTube channel, where I host a bunch of review shows and do a bunch of watch-alongs.
There you go. You can find me on Twitter at @FightTalk_. You can tune in tomorrow night right here on this same channel, youtube.com/Fightful. It'll be myself and Righteous Reg, along with Sean Ross Sapp. We'll be reviewing Game Changer Wrestling's show from the Hammerstein Ballroom tomorrow night, immediately following the event. So that's going to be a blast. Can't wait for it. I'll have a new episode of the Fightful Select Weekender podcast out tomorrow, talking mainly independent wrestling. Got a lot to say about the action wrestling show from last night that included AC Mack becoming the new IWTV World Champion. So a lot of great stuff to talk about tomorrow. And you get a lot of great stuff with Fightful Select. That's the best way and the most direct way to support Fightful. You get my show, The Weekender. You get Rob and Maggie's show. They got a whole bunch of new stuff. Like, there used to just be a couple podcasts. There was like, I think like 8 or 9 podcasts a week. So you get a ton of podcasts. You get extra podcasts from Sean and Jimmy Van. And you also, of course, get all of Sean Ross Sapp's news. I mean, that guy's out there breaking the biggest news in wrestling on a consistent basis. And you get all of that together in a nice little package over there at FightfulSelect.com. So go over there and support the channel here at Fightful and, of course, at FightfulSelect.com. And, yeah, all that good stuff. So for Romeo, I'm Steven Jensen. We'll see you next time right here on Fightful. Have a good one.